Hello and welcome to a Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan, my pronouns are he, him, and I'll be your storyteller for this game about living gods on the wrong side of the law. Joining me for this game is...
Hey there guys, my name is Tyler. Pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Ricky, the fire-aspected street exorcist.
Hi everybody, my name's Christina. I will be playing Elion. My pronouns are she, her, and Elion's pronouns are they, them. They are a water-aspected investigator.
Hi everyone, my name's Cody. Pronouns are he, they, and I play Amalar Divine, the air-aspected shady businessman.
Hi, my name is Britt, and my pronouns are she and her. I play a wood aspect named Rush Ferris, who has a ferret familiar named Zeke. Together, they specialize in archery, larceny, and dance.
Hi, I'm Michaela, she, her, and I'll be playing Tirali of House Regara, an earth-aspected leader of a small military force known as the Tyrants, who cooks the books for the gang.
And this is Exalted, like a dragon-blooded, the Atonement prison break. We are back to the PC second round with Divine at 20.
Hey.
I will let you know this, Cody, not that it matters because he has a hardness of 10. However, since he is crashed, you can do a decisive attack on him and his hardness counts for nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to spend 5 to throw my elemental bolt, and then another 5 to add dice to it, making the decisive attack 13.
Okay.
I'm also going to use my aspect ability. So in a flashing blue arc, Divine almost disappears from view, flying over Ricky's shoulder and landing just in front of him, throwing a bolt into the chest. Well, not into the chest. Working he kind of shoves his fingers up under the plate of up under the jade plate of copper scales and just fires a lightning bolt straight into him.
Okay. I'm going to let you know that he is going to be spending, he's going to spend 4 essence to up his evasion to a 6.
Dope.
Since he can't parry a thrown weapon, I believe.
Yeah. In that case, I am going to go ahead and spend a willpower on a success.
Okay, and I'll absolutely give you 2 extra dice for that stun.
Nope.
And remember, you are not adding accuracy to this.
Yeah.
Well, it meets, but it is a hit.
Haha. Bitch.
I believe I have to, since he's an exigent, and most of the charms I'm looking at have to be, because I only have, solar charms, like, the exigent book isn't out.
Right.
So most of his dodge stuff, I'm kind of pulling from, low-level solar stuff. But Drifting Leaf Illusion is fun, and basically says that, if you meet it, I can use it to just say no. But I feel like that since he's not actually a solar, I don't think that he should be able to get that. So I'm going to make the call that I should have tried to use that before you rolled. So you do hit. I want to try and keep myself consistent with the power level. Even though I am pulling from a slightly more powerful book.
So how much is that in damage? Just 20?
Yes, that would be just 20. Unless, of course, you have a charm that lets you. 10s do not double, though.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've got any charms that help me with decisive stuff. 9.
And that is all lethal damage, correct?
Correct. And I ignore up to 4 hardness.
Which does not matter right now because he is, since he is crashed, hardness doesn't matter. Hardness is literally just a stopgap. Like, if he wasn't crashed, everyone in here in initiative right now could hit him for decisive damage, except for Elian, because his hardness is a 10.
Gotcha.
So, with that, Divine's initiative resets to a 3. He is looking pretty fucking rough. Next up at 12 is Tarali and Ferris. Which one of you ladies would like to go first?
Michaela, what kind of attack were you planning on doing?
Probably the good old. Let me see if I even qualify, but the beat down.
I should say, are you planning on doing a withering or a decisive?
Kaiser is decisive only.
So if
the
you
beat
want,
drive? Yeah.
if you want, I can do a withering attack, and then you can go for a decisive afterwards.
Yeah, I like that teamwork. You can go ahead and start.
Okay, so
All
Britt, you're
right.
going for a withering attack. What you doing?
So I'm going to spend 3 motes to use unobstructed hunter's aim, and I'm going to use 4 motes for death from nowhere to equal up to 11 motes total. So the unobstructed hunter's aim will add bonus dice, so 3 bonus dice to my archery roll, and death from nowhere will make my withering attack ignore points of soak from armor.
Okay.
After locking eyes with Tarali, Ferris and her kind of share a I know what's going on moment, and Ferris kind of takes her step forward to get ready her attack and aiming for what she thinks could be a weak point, and she will also spend 1 willpower. As she draws her arrow from wherever and sets it, pulls it back, spending her essence, she will turn into a bonfire anima level.
Ooh. So, what does that bonfire look like? Since I don't think that Michaela's seen it.
From behind Ferris, a nice, pretty looking fox appears with a flower crown. As the bonfire continues to burn, the fox gradually becomes more feral looking, more ragged looking. The flowers wilt and turn into thorny branches and twigs and make like a thorn crown. And then wooden armor begins to take over the fox on it to make it look like a very like twisted, like dark woods creature.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, I want to ask the crowd. How do you guys think that was pretty cool? It's a little bit hard to judge when I can't see y'all's reactions.
I think so.
Okay. In that case, then I'm going to give you a 3-dot stunt for that. So, Britt, you get 2 extra dice, an auto success, and you actually get 2 willpower, and you are allowed to go over your maximum with that.
Excellent. So 2 extra dice plus the 3 motes I spent makes 3, so 5 extra dice.
Oh, I totally forgot. Since it was the start of the round before, you guys did regen 5 motes. In case you forgot.
Well, I certainly did.
Excellent. All right. So for the withering, it's my 10 dice plus my accuracy, which is 4. So I'm rolling 19 dice.
Yep. And it is going to be versus well, he can't boost his evasion that high anyway. It is going to be against his evasion of 3. Because he currently has what's it called? Onslaught penalties. So you got 11 successes versus his evasion of 3, so that is an overwhelming of 8. You ignore the lower of. So your damage. What is your damage?
So I actually, since I took aim for what I would think is
a weak point, he would ignore the higher of essence or perception, which they're both 3, so it doesn't matter.
I believe that we had this conversation at the start of the game. Aiming is actually an action. That unless, of course, you have a charm that says that you can aim in the same turn, is like a full round action.
Gotcha. Then either way, it's still going to be 3 because the lowest of essence or perception, it's still 3. They're both 3.
Okay. So what is your damage?
+9.
+9, and then you had 8 over, so you had 17. His soak is naturally a 16. But you take it down to a 13, so 4 withering, I believe. 3 successes brings him down to a -3. Ferris reaps 1 initiative for hitting, and then another 3 from the target, bringing Ferris up to 16, currently the top of initiative for next round. Tirali, Ferris has set you up pretty good. It's your go.
Punch him real hard.
That is the goal here. All right. So, what I am thinking, what is he looking like after Ferris's attack?
So Ferris's attack dealt initiative damage to him. He is stumbled and off his footing. You know that any kind of attack that you deal to him, no matter how weak that your punch might be, will be able to get through his armor to hit him. I will let you know that he is not looking super great, but he is still in the game. He could theoretically turn this around. As far as what that he has for damage and stuff, his parry is which is the defense that you'd be going up against, is currently a 4. Originally, it's a 6 because he has 2 onslaught penalties.
Okay, so Trolley is going to do her Kaiser Beat drive where she just does an onslaught of attacks. Even though it's only going to be for 1 damage roll, she's still technically attacking him, 5+ different times. So she is going to, since she's within close range from last time, kind of rotate and backhand and then pivot and kick her foot up into his face, do a spinning punch, try to swipe the feet, and just get on him and pound into him over and over again. So it's just going to be a disgusting onslaught of hit after hit, trying to beat him down with her Kaiser Beat drive.
When you come in to attack him with your Kaiser Beat drive, he is going to spend. Let me see if he can even do that, because I don't think that he can. Well, it doesn't say that it's perilous, so he can do that. He is going to lower his initiative by 1 more to give himself spend 4 motes and 1 initiative to give himself 4 motes. Sorry, to give him Revolving Crescent defense, which converts his onslaught penalty to bonuses to parry, basically making his parry a 6. He is then going to spend kind of do this like rapid movement with the scythe that kind of obstructs exactly where that it is safe to hit and not, by spending 2 motes to do Flickering Corona Barrier, which allows him to add another 1 to his parry, making his parry total a 7. So with what that you described with coming in, I will give you an extra 2 dice. Go ahead and roll it. Remember, it's just your martial arts and dexterity plus the 2.
And can I, since I have become the hammer, add on motes 4 dice for
yes,
federals? Lovely.
The only thing you're not allowed to add on is accuracy. If you want to make yourself, if you want to pump yourself up better, then you're allowed to do that.
Since Kaiser Beat Drive rolls for 5 different ones, and I take the highest, does the bonus motes have to go for each roll like 3, 6?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure my math was good with my moat calculation.
I think that 7's a pretty respectable defense for him, so Michaela's about to just fucking dust this guy.
Do you have a maximum of dice I am allowed to add for moats for this?
Yes. So you are. Let me pull up the Dragon Blooded book real quick so I can actually look at Become the Hammer's wording. So you are only allowed to add up to your martial arts score in die.
All right, perfect.
For the record, in case that we get to play a Solars or Lunars game, those games allow you to add your ability plus attribute in dice.
Yeah, it gets wonky.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so I see you said it was 5 rolls.
Yep, there's 5 rolls. I take the highest one for the one that we're going to calculate damage off of, but the other ones that technically were succeeds add an auto success on the final damage.
You rolled 6. So I am going to take the first 6.
That's fair.
Criminy. What the fuck?
So you made 3 successful rolls against him, which means that the other 2 add 2 automatic damage, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to just calculate that in right now. Okay. Now you would roll your decisive damage to see what the actual damage would be. And remember that 10s do not count twice, unless, of course, you have a charm that lets them.
And what's my current initiative?
Your current initiative is a 12.
Damn.
It's
Shame
only
that you don't.
6.
I was going to say, shame that you don't have one of those things that lets you have double decisive damage on 10s. Holy shit, that's 4 10s. But that is still 6 lethal damage, which is really good.
6 plus 2 from the other attacks, correct? So 8.
8 total. I did already add in those other 2 previously
Lovely.
on his sheet, just to let you know. So I will let you all know that since that I built this guy to be a little bit of a boss, to be able to potentially actually handle you all, he does have a larger than average health pool. He is currently in his -1s, but he is extraordinarily close to his -2s. So with that done, Tarali moves her initiative from a 12 down to a 3 for next round. And next up at 10 is Ricky.
He's still crashed, correct?
He is absolutely still crashed, my dude.
Neat.
Your initiative is a 10.
So I use my initiative would be what I use for damage then, right?
Mm-hmm. But for the roll, you would be doing your. I assume you're doing your martial arts.
Yes.
You'd be using your martial arts plus dex, plus anything else you want to do.
All right. I'm going to certainly use Cleansing Flame Strike as well as using the special active for my artifact. That bonk him with the lantern thing.
Is that the one that sets him on fire? Is that withering only or decisive?
Oh, that is only withering to set them on fire, but that's fine. I'll just use Cleansing Fire Strike for sure. I'm going to use Cleansing Flame Strike certainly, and just put 5 points to get 5 motes or 5 additional dice to Become the Hammer for martial arts. Decisive attack for sure.
So what that he is going to do is he's going to keep himself going down. He's now at -5, and he's going to spend 5 motes total to do the Flickering Corona Barrier and the Revolving Crescent defense. This is going to, because he's now in his -1s, bring his parry to only a minimal 6.
All right. So for the description, I got something fun for you here. All right.
Okay.
So while I'm in front of him, I'm going to quickly, using my staff to spin behind him and deliver a strike to the back of his knee, aiming to make him kneel down because of the weakness in the armor. And then I'd like to quickly throw my staff arm around his torso and lock it underneath the breastplate of his armor, so it's right under his ribs, where that squishy part of your stomach is right below the ribs.
Mm-hmm.
And I will clench it really hard, so I'm have him almost grappled, but it's just for the attack. And with all my newfound prison strength, lift him up, and at the height of the lift up, say, "I learned it from you, Dad." and slam him right on the back of his neck as I suplex him.
Holy shit, that's got some implications there, but okay.
Yeah, I know.
We'll have to explore those implications in Act 2.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
If you say so. So, I'm not sure how that description was for you, but that's
I will absolutely 2 dice and an extra auto success. It should be 17 dice. You said you spent 5 on...
So, 5 on that, 2 auto successes, 2 from
You have Become the Hammer, right?
5 of them on Become the Hammer. Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I remembered that someone didn't have it, and I wasn't sure.
I don't.
Okay.
So it's Dex plus martial art, right? First.
Yep.
So 9 plus my specialization with stabs. So 11 plus 2 for the auto successes. So 13 plus 5 from Become the Hammer.
Wait, hold up. I want to just make sure we're doing the math here. Your Dex is 5 and your martial arts is 5?
My Dex is 4.
So then 9, your specialization gives you 1.
1. Right, my bad.
So that gives you 10.
And plus
5
2.
from Become the Hammer is 15, and then 2 from the stunt is 17.
Let me just read Flame Strike one more time. I think that might do something. It adds 1 die of damage. It ignores 2 points of hardness, but I don't think the hardness matters here.
The hardness does not matter because he is currently crashed. But yeah, you I mean, still adding
It'll
one.
add an additional die of damage.
Yeah, that's still pretty fucking good.
Okay.
You're in your form. Does your form add anything to this?
It does not add anything to this particularly. It doesn't give me a damage buff unless it's against darkness. I mean, enemy creatures of darkness, but it does make me tougher. If I recall correctly. But yes, so that's 17 dice is 1 auto success, and then
Okay.
right.
You're trying to hit a 6.
Oh, but I get the accuracy from the weapon.
You do not get the accuracy from the weapon.
Right.
So you are technically trying to hit a 5 on dice.
12.
Yeah, you got it. Unfortunately, overflows don't matter. But you do hit him.
Okay, so it's just it's actually 13 successes. But it doesn't matter.
But so long as you hit the 6 or above, it doesn't matter. 11 damage dice. 10s do not count twice unless, of course, you have a charm that lets you do that.
Right. 6.
Hot fucking damn, dude.
Yeah.
This dice roll is on fire for you all.
That doesn't add my damage from a weapon or anything. It's just
it does not.
Okay, good. So 4.
So I will let you know that you have brought him into his -2s.
Did I actually suplex this gigantic monster on his neck?
You actually managed to suplex this gigantic monster onto his neck. He goes down and there's a audible crack, but it's hard even with your medical training to know if it was like a spinal crack or like a crack in his armor. And as you let go of him, he actually like comes back up slowly and tries to look even more intimidating to you all, but you can tell just looking at him, he's rough. So, next up on initiative is Elian. Also, Ricky resets to 3. 3's really bad for everyone. Next up is Elian at 9.
So this guy's getting suplexed right now?
This guy just got suplexed and is getting back up.
Oh man, we can't have that. So as he's like trying to get back up, Elion is going to, who I believe they're at close range right now, is going to go up with one of the wave motions, gather it in their hand, and kind of like come straight down on his head and try and force him back on the ground.
Oh shit! Are you doing a decisive or a withering on him?
Just withering. I don't think I really have enough dice to do decisive, and I've been rolling like shit lately.
Okay, that's totally fair. Since you're in close and he has... No, this is technically a thrown weapon. He really can't parry it because he doesn't have a charm that lets him parry ranged attacks. Even if you are in close and basically kamehamehaing right in his face. He has an evasion of 2. He's going to spend 6 motes to get himself up to an evasion of 5. And then he's going to use his equivalent of his exigent equivalent of.
Are you thinking drifting?
Yes, he's going to also use his exigent equivalent of drifting leaf illusion, which means you have to beat, not meet.
Got it.
So your total to hit him is a you have to hit him. You have to hit a 6. Oh, and also just to let you know, absolutely with that fucking description, 2 dot stunt, 2 dice, and an auto success, obviously, and the willpower regen if you want to use a willpower.
Sure. I'll go ahead and use the a willpower if I can retroactively do that. I always forget about it.
I mean, you haven't rolled your dice yet, so you're allowed to call it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use that willpower then. So let's see. I think I'm rolling 17 dice.
That sounds about right. Right, because you don't have Become the Hammer. We literally just talked about this.
Yeah, I'm picking that up with our next XP stuff.
You hit him.
Barely. Isn't it like 10 to hit?
No, it is...
Oh, that's right, you said it was 6.
Yeah, it's 6 to hit. His parry's much higher, but since you're doing a thrown weapon, like, technically he needs evasion, unless, of course, he has a charm that lets him counter ranged weaponry with his parry.
Okay, so I got 9 on the dice, and then it was 1 automatic from the willpower, and then from an automatic from the stunt, so it was 11 total?
Yes. 12 plus 4 is 16. Do you have anything that messes with his soak at all?
Yeah, so I don't have anything that's going to fuck with soak, it looks like.
Okay, what is your overwhelming then?
1.
Okay. His soak is a 14, so you'd be rolling 2 dice.
Nope.
Well, you still go up 1 from doing a successful attack. He still takes the attack and goes, like, the best way that I can describe this, and I know that you all are going to hate me for this, but he does the classic JoJo pose of doing, like, the lean back and, like, arms out as he takes the blast directly to his chest. But when that alien, like, kind of backs away from their wave motion cannon, like, he just kind of rises up and looks around at you all. If he had his face exposed, you all could see his grin.
My damage is increased for withering damage by essence, also.
Oh, your essence is 3?
Yes.
Roll 3
The
extra
user's
dice then.
fist crackles with barely containable energy, increasing the damage of all her unarmed withering attacks by essence, including her wave motion fist.
Okay, then add 3 dice to that. So roll me another 3.
I thought that looked weird. I was like, I thought I had something for being...
2 successes.
Oh, that's something.
So he goes down to a -7. Elian goes up to a 12. Question, does anyone remember from Thursday who crashed him?
Brit.
God damn it.
Yep.
I was hoping that he could, like, crash one of you all and, like, get, like, a really cool, like, comeback moment, but no, there's no way that I can get him to disengage from you all and then attack Brit.
Woo!
You all have absolutely surrounded him. You all have absolutely surrounded the White Reaper stylist.
What a mistake on our part.
Yeah, but close range is the best for me.
Seeing where that he is with all of this, he is going to max out his excellency at 5 motes. He is going to then use another 5 motes for falling scythe flash, as well as another 5 motes for bleeding crescent strike. And 3 motes in the willpower for greatest killer attitude. What this is doing is, he is getting, because I'm going to let you know right now, he's attacking Ricky because Ricky decided that Ricky wanted to, fight him. Ricky did taunt him.
Yeah.
He's going to be making a withering attack. And what this is going to do is he is going to have,
Man, I really need to remember to activate my spiral essence with that extra soap.
He is actually. So who all is in close range with Scales?
Yo,
Certainly me.
Enemy.
literally, I think everybody but Ferris.
Okay, he is going to use his excellency to get his dice up to 14 because he's at a -2 right now, so his dice is not as great, or his attack die is not as great. He is then going to use Falling Scythe Flash to double his strength on withering attacks. So if he so his damage, whatever his strength is, which is a 5, is going to be doubled. He is then going to use Bleeding Crescent Strike, which allows him to double 9s. And then he is also going to use he's going to use Greatest Killer Attitude, which he adds his strength, which is a 5, to post-soak automatic successes. And then he's going to spend 10 motes and another willpower to do Enemies Like Grass, which allows him to hit up to his essence, which is a 3 in enemies in close range to him. He is going to be targeting Ricky, so then he doesn't screw up his thing, Tirali, and Divine.
Nah, bitch, come at me.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to flurry a taunt, you would have had to do that during your turn.
I know.
So,
Before you attack, since I'm going to be taking some of this, am I able to spend motes for my Armor of the Kaiser Champion?
yes, absolutely. Let
Lovely.
me look up exactly what that does. Yep, it is reflexive. Strength soaked to hardness. Okay, yeah.
And Brendan, it does mention that if he attacks anyone else other than me, he suffers 2.
But would that happen if he's basically doing a group attack?
I mean, that's up to you, but it says if he attacks anyone other than you, he suffers -2.
I feel like I am other than Tyler.
You know what? Since he's attacking the other two, basically since he's doing this weird thing, I will absolutely say that no matter what he does as far as hitting you guys, he is going to suffer a -4 since he's attacking 2 other people besides Ricky. So, he's coming in. He's got 14 dice to hit. You guys want to... He's basically, what he's doing is he sees you all, and he draws the scythe back in a menacing pose, and he like, you can kind of see through like the slit in his visor, like the way that he's gonna swing, and he does it. Just as that, like, you all can kind of see. And it's way more powerful than you might be able to anticipate. It's coming in with the little amount of room that you guys have on the dock, like, it's hitting everything around him.
All right. Well, as soon as I see that intent to kill attitude in his eyes, Ricky's gonna like, be like, oh shit, and just instantly hit the deck. Literally hit the dock.
You're doing an evasion then?
Oh yes, certainly. I'm gonna use 2 stacks of threshold warding, so I'll have +2 to my evasion.
Okay, you'll add +2 to your evasion. I'll give you an extra +1 for the stunt. What is your evasion at?
8.
Hot damn. Okay, Tirali and Divine. Do you guys want to stunt it or just kind of stand there and let him do his thing?
As Ricky goes low, Divine's going to jump in the air, trying to jump over the attack. Probably not going to be successful, but he's going to try.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you an extra 1 for that.
And of course, Tirali, being the reflexive martial artist, sensing impending danger, is going to not go low or high. She's going to try to go back with a little back handspring into a split to try to avoid and go out of the way.
Wow. Okay.
I can't even be mad.
Can't even be mad at that. Like, I mean, it's only a withering attack, so like...
Yeah. And it not getting bonuses is helpful, but for others it might be kind of meaner.
Okay, so let's start at the let's start at the lowest point. So first off, he's got to take that -4, which puts him at a -9 initiative for attacking the 2 other people. Then he hits. His damage is a 19.
Ow.
He adds another 5 to his withering. He doubles up to 5 9s, and he adds 5 post-soak auto successes to all hits. So, Cody, at a 4, or Divine, at a 4, that makes your... what is your soak?
Like it matters, 6.
I mean, that does bring it down to 22 withering. By the way, his damage is a 22. Or is a 28. So when I ask for your soak, like, that's what we minus from that. Or no, it's different for all of you because he has different things.
Yeah. And Michaela's got a charm that lets her use it after an attack, but before damage.
Okay. Cody, he doubles 9s on witherings.
Yeah. So 19.
He doubled 9s on witherings and then also adds 5 to his post-soak die, or to his post-soak successes on witherings. So 24?
Dope.
This puts Divine at -21. Scales goes up by 1 for hitting. And then goes up by 24? I think that's 16.
We're in danger.
Tarali, I believe that you are next with a 6. He beat you by 2, which means that his damage on you is 26. What is your soak?
So, I get between the armor Kaiser champion, strength soak added, which will be 5 added to what I'd normally have. Plus, let me scroll. My lovely impervious skin stone will double my stamina to determine natural soak. So let me go. Okay, so 22 soak.
Holy shit, girl.
Try to hit me. Try.
Okay, so he has, let me look at his overwhelming, just make sure that that's not higher than, he has an overwhelming of 5. So he's going to roll 5 die. He also gets, let's see, I already included double strength on withering in that. He can double up to 5 9s. So he has double 9s up to 5 of them. And then he's going to add 5, he's going to get 5 auto successes, just to let you know. So he has, you said 22?
Correct.
Okay, so he's just rolling his overwhelming, so 5 dice. So, he is going to, for hitting you, go up 1. He is then going to reap 7 initiative from you. Oh, I just realized that I also crashed Cody.
Yeah. You don't fucking say.
Yeah. And then he crashes Tarali, bringing Tarali down to -4.
And then it's going to go to the top of the round and he's going to do it all again.
So then, Ricky, are you using any charms to help soak or anything?
I'm not using charms to help soak, but Janissary style gives me an additional. So soak is your stamina now?
Yes.
It's just your stamina?
Yes, soak is just your stamina plus anything you have from armor.
I don't have any armor. The golden Janissary style does give me soak equal to half my strength.
Okay.
So
what is your strength?
Yeah, so I'll have a soak of 7.
Okay. He got...
He didn't get any bonus overflow.
He did not get any bonus or overflow from you. He gets... His damage is regularly a 19. He does double his strength from withering, which makes his damage actually a 24 because it doesn't count... because lock casting and Temi doesn't count charms towards stuff. So 24 minus 7 would be 17. See how bad I roll against you here.
No, I don't think you will. I have a 3 initiative, so mission success. All right, 8. Yep.
Jesus.
Hey, Tyler, you still go before I do.
What else is new? The tens don't double, though, right?
What was that?
The tens don't double, right?
No, on withering attacks, they do double. But again, withering attacks are not damage to you. They are damage to your initiative.
But it's literally just a direct damage buff to him, and he's literally going to remove one of us when he goes next turn, when he goes first. But anyway.
I could roll very badly.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
It's all right, Tyler. We get our cheat death freebie again. We'll be all right.
So 14, what does that equate to?
It's technically 16 because he doubles 9s.
Yep.
And then plus 5, so 21.
So I'm at 18.
Yep, negative 18.
One better than I am.
All right, it's your turn again, Brendan.
Nah, there's battle groups.
Give me just a second. Yeah. Give me just a second. Okay. So let's get those battle groups in. So the tyrants are pushing back. So despite Scales coming back from basically just getting screwed, the battle groups at 8 are the tyrants. What do the tyrants do?
They're still going at it. Their original order was to go and keep going single-mindedly, so that is what they are doing.
Okay, I believe that they still have another 6 extra dice that can be used. Are you gonna use? How much of that are you gonna use?
We'll max it out this time and use 5.
Okay. So in that case, you're going to be rolling me an attack die of 21. On 14 successes versus their evasion of 2, that gives you a plus 12 to hit. So your damage regularly is 17. So roll 29 dice, Michaela. Okay, holy shit. That was 16 dice. So magnitude 0 for their size. We are now going to edit their size and bring them down 1. Their magnitude then refreshes, and then they go down another 8. They are now at size 4, magnitude 9. Their stats have all more or less been reduced by 1 besides their defenses. As the Tirali's tyrants come in, the undead dead men are going to try and give some damage back to them. They have an attack of 9. I believe that since you only have 1 more extra moat left, since it costs 2 to raise defenses up by 1, you can't do anything. So we're going to roll 9. 4 successes. Let's see if that hits their parry. I don't think that it does. It does not. It does not hit their fucking parry of 7. So yet again, the dead men are keeping Tirali's tyrants busy and keeping them away from screwing with the rest of you. However, they're very ineffectual. One of the things that I forgot to mention while that he finished his attack is that you all can now see circling around him 3 halos of essence.
Oh, yeah? Fuck no.
Yeah, because he crashed you guys, he gets halos.
What do those do?
A lot of bullshit.
You know how I can get halos and burn mine to do shit? He can do the same thing.
But first up is the NPC turn. So, in the background, the wood fleet of Venif is coming in, but you all can see on the southwest of the horizon is a fleet that bears not a similar mons, but that bears an unfamiliar mons of a kraken hoarding treasure. As you can see, a massive ship that appears to gleam in the sun is approaching. Upon its mast, there is a dark circle that is currently gathering in essence as the sails are trimmed and turned towards the Venif. Next up, in the personal fight to escape the island, is 10,000 bronze scales. At an initiative of 56, 10,000 bronze scales, not wanting to... how many people are within close range to scales?
4.
I think it's still everybody but Ferris.
Okay.
Can I technically use my little spinny kick to get a range band out of the way?
Is it reflexive?
Let me check, because I sure hope it is.
I think it's simple.
I think it is.
Well, I tried.
It is in fact simple. Yes, it is a thing. So, essentially, what that he is going to do. So first off, since I had said that he had 3 halos, he's going to spend 2 of them and spend 10 motes and a willpower to use enemies like grass to hit everyone within close range of him. However, this means that he is going to split his decisive attack pool between you all, which means that his decisive attack damage goes from 56 against one target to 14. However, since that he is attacking 3 other targets that aren't Ricky, he takes a -6 to his initiative, which means that everyone, if he were to hit, would now only be taking 12 decisive damage.
I might be able to survive 12 decisive damage.
He does not have the willpower to pull off Greatest Killer Attitude because he's been spending willpower like a boss here.
Brendan, I have a lot of bullshit I want to activate that's reflexive.
He is going to finish off the majority, besides 10 of his mote pool, because he has been spending a lot to make his roll a 13 to hit you all. Because he's still in his -2, so he has to deal with that. He is going to use Falling Scythe Flash to add 3 damage dice to his decisive roll against lower initiative foes, which is all of you. White Reaper form gives him double 10s on decisive. He's going to be rolling 13 dice to hit you all. How would you all like to defend?
I'm certainly going to dodge. I'm going to spend. I think this is actually going to kick me back into kick me all the way into full on flare, Brendan.
Real quick, since it is the top of the round, you all did get 5 motes back.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm going to use Threshold Warding Stance actually all 5 times. Actually 4 and then 1 with Ember Mid-Smoke Misdirection. So 5 total bonus evasion.
5 total bonus evasion? So what does that put you at?
Well, would you like me to describe it first?
So what is your natural evasion?
5.
Okay, so since you have not gone yet, your onslaught penalty does put you at a -1, so that makes it a 4.
Fine.
Okay?
So 4 plus 5, so 9.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Which one was that? Threshold Warding Stance?
Yeah, you can just buy all successes. Buy +1 evasion. For 2 motes per.
Oh, so what's your dodge?
You can only
5.
spend motes equal to your your dots in it.
Oh, 5.
Yeah, so then you can only spend do you have a dodge specialty?
No.
Okay, so you can add 2.
Okay, I'll add 2 and then I'll use Fireman Smoke Misdirection for it.
Okay, so that would put you at 7. After that, he moves you all back away from him a little bit with a scythe slash and kind of puts you all on almost like the very edge of the dock that you guys are on, defending from getting you all into the junk. He kind of reels back and there's a very quick look at all of you, and then he's going to make a diagonal up strike towards him, turn, make a diagonally backward strike behind him, and basically repeat the motion multiple times. So then he would be hitting all 4 of you. Basically, the first person that he hits would get a diagonal up scythe sweep, second person diagonal down, and then repeat another 2 times.
So, Ricky, after being kind of laid low by that withering attack before, he's going to take in a very deep breath and I have Bellows Pumping Stride, but I'm not using it, but I'm going to I have the ability to function like that. So he's going to like light his heels on fire and expel a very hot burst of like superheated steam downward and just shoot straight up into the sky, like a good several feet high. Like just go missing with all that bullshit. Just jump right above it.
Bud, I'm gonna be honest, you gotta laugh out of me. That's a 3-dotter.
Yeah, finally.
Brendan, I have 2 relevant questions.
Sure thing.
I forget, is there a cap on how many motes we can spend per round?
There is not a cap on how many motes you can spend per round. Your cap is how many motes that you have.
Cool. My second question is, you said Tyler has an onslaught penalty? Do we all have any penalties to our
You
evasion?
all do have a -1 onslaught penalty, because no one has gone yet.
Then I can actually use flickering candle meditation. Good. Sorry, I'm adding up all my bullshit. This is about to get dumb.
You're fine. I like it when it gets dumb.
Do you still need time to add up your bullshit, Christina?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'll go ahead and go then.
Give me just 1 second. I believe that Britt asked a question of what that her anima does at this level. So I wanted to make sure that I answered that question. You are in what level, Britt?
I'm at bonfire.
Okay, for Bonfire, for wood aspects, Animal Flux is laced with toxic power. A character that takes damage from it is exposed to a poison with a damage to initiative per round. Duration is your essence plus stamina rounds and a -1 penalty. So basically, when that your turn comes up, since you're that high, if that you deal any kind of damage, that you are going to expose them to the wood aspect anima flux.
Wonderful.
Oh, on top of that, I don't know if you knew this, but for 3 motes, the wood aspect can become as flexible as a sapling in the wind, ignoring 1 point of penalty to evasion, or essence points of penalty on a movement action for an instant. So basically, if you had, because I know you don't right now, but if you had an onslaught penalty, you could spend 3 motes to just ignore one of those.
Cool.
So anyway, I apologize for cutting you off there, Cody. I just wanted to inform Britt about all that stuff. I believe it's your turn to tell me how you defend your.
All right, so I'm going to spend 2 motes on Threshold Warding Stance to raise my evasion by 1. And then 1 mote and an initiative, dropping me to -20 initiative on Flickering Candle Meditation. So
Question.
Yep.
Does Flickering Candle Meditation have the tag of perilous?
It does.
Then you cannot use it.
Shit. Darn. Then I'm just going to use the 1. Actually, no. Nah. Gamble. Yeah.
Do you want to just give me a really good evasion description?
I feel like I should give you a really good getting hit description instead.
Unfortunately, Soak isn't one of those things you can stun.
Because my evasion's now 4.
I mean, you could give me a good evasion description and get it higher. You could theoretically get it up to a 7.
Seeing Ricky bitch out and jump away from combat as the scythe comes back towards Divine, he jumps away from Copper Scales and lands pretty much standing on the sail of the junk, crouching sideways, watching for his next opening.
Okay, I'll give you a 2 for that. So that puts you up to a 6.
So what I heard was, seeing Ricky bitch out, Divine also bitches out.
Yeah.
I'll give you a 2 for it.
That bumps it to 6.
That bumps it to 6. Tarali and Elian, you are my 2 remaining people who need to dodge.
I have one more question. With having a specialization in dodge and close combat, does that count as having an additional point in dodge, or is that?
It absolutely does.
Excellent. Do you want to go first, Michaela?
Sure. All right. So Trolley sees Tweedledee and Tweedledum bitch out and decides to also bitch out. With her burning anima flurrying up dust and rocks around her, she kind of makes sure some rocks go into his face, hopefully catching him off guard a little bit. And she's going to roll backwards with all of her muscle strength and definition and do a backwards roll off the pier whilst holding on to the edge of the wood, holding herself up by her fingertips, leveling her body above the water, holding herself up with just strength alone on the edge.
On the edge of the pier or on the edge of the water?
She's holding on to the pier above the water. So she's not in the water like those pole dancers who can just walk up into the air. That's what she's doing essentially. She's holding on to the pier with her body level above the water because her feet are pointing outwards. So her whole body is kind of down off the pier.
Okay, I will give you a +3 for that.
Yeah, she's got her back above the water, just laying against it.
As the copper goes to do these different swings, in a breath, it feels like time almost stands still. Elion opens their eyes, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pulses that come out of them. You can see the ripples going in the water out from them. Their skin begins to lift a little bit, as if a golden light is peeling off of them, and after images surround them, the electricity and the whips, looking as if there's various forms of them all in the same spot. As the blade swings around, they flip up and kind of move out of the way like dancer posing almost to go around it with each different blow. So hopefully the blades will occasionally hit the after images and not them. As I am blowing 18 motes and 1 initiative to raise my evasion to 10.
Okay. 1 initiative brings you down to 11. So that's before the stunt that brings you to 10.
Yeah, that's all
okay.
good.
I'm gonna ask the real question here. How do y'all feel about that? Because I feel like that's a 3.
Yeah, I dropped a holy shit during that description. That was
okay. Fair enough. Thank you all for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not give us a follow on Twitter for more updates as to when we'll be releasing episodes. You can also give us a like or review on your podcast app of choice. Just a few quick button clicks and you can help us defeat the dreaded algorithm boss. The theme song for this game was Main Theme by Alexander Nakarada, copyright 2019, used under a Creative Commons license. And hey, for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have some stunt dice.